So this is day 61 recap in a hotel in Tehachapi. We did about 8.5 miles to get into the Highway 58 off ramp. When we got there, we had no luck with Uber. There was supposed to be a bus that runs to that off ramp and that goes into Tehachapi, but since I guess on weekends it runs less, I think we got there actually a lot earlier than I thought we would. We woke up early to make sure we got there because we knew it might be hard to get a ride and we want to get to the post office. I think we got there like at 9:30. We were waiting around trying to call Ubers and Trail Angels, and I called the bus and they wouldn't pick up till 1, and so that would have had us waiting basically on an off ramp, on ramp with no shade for like 3 hours. So that didn't go well. We were just sitting there trying to figure out what to do, and there was like 2 other hikers, and this guy just rolls up off the freeway, parks, and gets out and says, "Need a ride?" And so he got 4 of us. Yeah, 4 of us in his car. One guy, unfortunately, wasn't able to fit in there. And this gentleman was very nice. Not going to say what he was doing or why he was there, but let's just say that he has an availability to cars and he drives them around, and he was able to come by and get us and take us to Tehachapi, and very thankful for that. And we didn't have to wait there too long. I think they were maybe there like 20 minutes, which was awesome. And he was so gracious enough, as me and another hiker had to go to the post office, and I didn't realize, didn't really look, is that Tehachapi's like a normal Los Angeles or California town where there's no real center. Everything's very spread out. So the post office was pretty far from the main area of the town. Everything's spread out in general, but the gentleman drove us to the post office, waited there. Me and the other hiker got our packages, got back in the car, and he drove us to Walmart, which is about a 15-minute walk from our hotel, which worked out perfect. We didn't want to resupply right away because we had our packs and it was just gonna be way too much stuff to carry. So we had Chipotle and waited a bit and came to the hotel. We were just gonna lay our bags down and relax in the lobby. We got here like at 12, and they graciously let us check in 3 hours early. The hotel is beautiful. I mean, it's pretty good. 2 queen beds, a sofa bed, a little like mini living room, everything we need. Really like this hotel. I think it's the Fairfield Marriott or something. So that's how we got here, and it's been good. This is actually, I'm recapping, but this is the next day, the full 0 day. So yesterday we tried to get everything done. So today would just be a lazy rest day. So we got our laundry done. We went for resupply. We ate at a good pizza place that was close to here, and basically took care of everything we needed to yesterday, which was pretty cool. And then today we've just been lounging around. We're icing, putting on salon paws on our affected areas and different stuff. And so I'm using my massage ball and working things out. Feel pretty good today. And we were just kind of scrambling, trying to figure out a ride tomorrow. There's a big long list of Tehachapi Trail Angels. We were trying, even yesterday, we were trying to get Ubers just to go to different places, and there's like no Ubers available. And I was gonna try Lyft, and Trampoline started texting people down that list, and I think we got like 5 replies. So thank you for all the Trail Angels replying and offering rides. So we'll get a ride tomorrow out at about 11 a.m. and start this pretty, what was, I guess, regarded the hottest, driest section of the desert. Tomorrow we're just gonna do like 7 miles and dry camp. And then it's like, I think we're doing like, the goal anyway is like 14, I think 14.6. Then there's an 18 mile day, and then a 19, almost 20 day, and then like maybe a 13 and 14. So we're trying to do it in, I think that was 6 days. Water's really kind of spread out. Like there's a bunch of like 14, 15 mile carries. I know there's 2 caches that are pretty reliable. So hopefully we have no issues with them. And then it's going to be a tough section. I'm looking at the weather. It's starting to get hot, I think by Friday. Even today is actually really nice. Tomorrow is like almost 9 degrees hotter. And then Friday it starts creeping up into the 80s, low 80s. So for quite a while. So I think if we can get through this section and get close, which will put us pretty close to Canadian Meadows, we might actually beat the desert without really being hot. I mean, when it's hot for me, it's still been in the 70s, but like, you know, the sun is beating down you. So anything in the 80s is going to be pretty hard for me. So I think we're going to hopefully have a good window. Those 80s might come in towards the end, but those will be our shorter days. And it still looks like it's going to be windy section. So hopefully that'll negate some of that heat too. So it's going to be a tough stretch, probably our hardest by far, and most consecutive mile days. So we'll see. It's not too strenuous wise. Like it doesn't look like a ton, like huge ups and downs. I think we have a huge up. That's why our first day is short. And then it just kind of meanders from what I'm gathering on the elevation profile. What else? Yeah, so that's about it. And again, thank you to the Trail Angels. We did, you know, like I said, we got a bunch of replies. So we'll have one out of here tomorrow morning, and we'll get a good hotel breakfast in, which today they had eggs and bacon and a bunch of stuff. So we're just gonna gorge on that and drink I have like maybe a Coke and 2 32-ounce Gatorades that I'm probably gonna down before we even go, like right before, so we're hydrated. I have a lot of food. It's probably gonna be our biggest, probably not the biggest food carrier, but we're gonna be having a lot of food weight, plus majority of the water we're gonna have to be carrying. And I know there's a couple of times where we're probably gonna have to go up to 5 liters. Well, we'll get to it when I get to that. I'll explain it in those days. But all in all, feel good, doing good. Don't really see many hikers here just because everybody's so spread out. But been enjoying this short stay, and hopefully we have a good day tomorrow and this next week. I don't know how service is, so we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, not much else to report. I'm probably going to go to the pool for a bit, and there's a new movie on Netflix. We might watch that tonight, and probably maybe eat in or eat something close to here so we don't have to walk very far. We had the pizza place last night, was pretty good, and we had enough pizza for lunch day, so that's good. And all in all, doing well, and can't wait to get back on the trail. Just means that much closer to the Sierra, which I'm really anticipating. Like I said, I know it's gonna be really hard for me, but the change of scenery and the cooler weather is gonna be really good for me. I know in the previous years that I backpacked, I did have issues with altitude. Nothing more major than nausea and like basically just kind of lack of appetite and lack of wanting to drink. It's usually if I go from home to the trail, because usually when I go home and I do like a short thing, it's just basically one day and I'm out in 10,000 feet elevation. So that's probably why I don't acclimate and don't usually have much time. It only lasts like maybe 4 or 5 days, but that's if I've not been hiking and not been active. So I've never had problems out here yet in Big Bear or anything. So I'm hoping that with my conditioning and already been on the trail that I won't have issues being up in the 12,000 feet. Like I said, it's never been a big deal. I don't get a headache or anything. It's just, I just don't want to drink or eat too much. But hopefully that doesn't happen. If that doesn't, I'll be just, just the usual struggle bus of going up and down the passes every day, and mixed in with snow, which I really haven't done a ton of amount with the Sierra passes. Like I said, I'm local to LA, so I've been up in the Sierras a lot. I know all the exits and entry trail passes, Bishop, Kearsarge, all those places, Mammoth. So I'm pretty familiar, and hopefully be able to get through there pretty easy. Not easy to say, but at least I'll know resupplies and buses and how to manage all that. So I think that's a big plus for us. Otherwise, making this long-winded. Hopefully tomorrow brings some cool weather and a little wind. That 8.5 miles we did was hands down the windiest trail I've ever done, and it was start to finish wind. I mean, it was crazy. It was 11 minutes long already, but it was like, I mean, I don't even want to know. You'll see in the videos. It was insane. Even from the start, right when we finished till right when we ended, there was just crazy wind. And in the morning, because we started at 6, it was so cold that I've never had wind so cold that it made my brain hurt, like a brain freeze if you're drinking something really cold. Like, it hurt my head. It was so windy. So I had to put my buff on and cover my ears and my face, and it just was nonstop, and it was hitting you from sideways, from the front. At one point, it hit my back, and literally there's like this part where we had to go up the hill. It was actually pushing us up the hill. It was about the easiest hill, and it was actually a pretty steep incline too. And it was literally, there's times where I was actually almost running because the wind was just pushing me. It was so bad. It made 8 miles kind of seem more like 12 or 13, because no matter, like, especially when you're head on, it's just, you're barely moving, and it was always trying to push you off the trail, and a lot of times you're just losing your balance. So I think my legs kind of got a little sore just because you're not just walking your usual steps, you're just every step is like being pushed a different direction, so you're bracing, and then all of a sudden the wind like it doesn't die down, but like the gust hits and then it doesn't, and then you're trying to react, and then you go one way and then it pushes you. Like, it one time pushed me like 2 feet off the trail. It was crazy. So I'm being a little long-winded, but it was some crazy wind, but it was a really beautiful section. I almost wish that the wind was like 80% less, to be able to talk through it and want to film more without blowing the videos, your ears out with the videos with the wind. Would have been nice. But I'm sure we're going to probably go back to the trail and get some more of that. So wind, we love it when it's there, and then sometimes it just kicks your butt too. So that's about it. I'm going to sign off because this is already long-winded. So we'll see you tomorrow when we're back on the trail. All right, peace.